Did you hear about the guy who recently found out that his sister is actually his mom? As per usual, I'm going to put his name right around here. If you want to go to his page and watch his videos, I implore you to do so. He has several parts to this, and he is a great storyteller. I'm going to leave out some details that he includes just because I'm trying to get straight to the point here, but just a heads up, I implore you to go watch his actual videos. This all started because he was moving from Canada to the US, and he applied to get a long form birth certificate in order to do so. When he did that, they called him and said, hey, something on your birth certificate is wrong. He said, what? They said, well, your mother's name is incorrect. And he said, oh, I must have given you her married name. Here's her maiden name. And they were like, nope. Still wrong. And he said, okay, well, can you tell me what name you have listed? Because that's my mom. And they gave him his older sister's name. At this point, he finds out that his older sister and his younger brother actually share the same mom as him. So his sister is actually his older sister and his younger brothers and his biological mom. The person that they have been calling mom is all of their grandma. He also found out that his older sister was aware that their sister was their biological mom, but his younger brother was not. His biological mom, apparently had them when she was 16, 17, and 18. And he asked his mom, that he grew up knowing as his mom, why they didn't question who his dad was. She said he didn't have a...
I didn't know who the father of any of them was. This perfectly sums up how responsibility is kryptonite for many women. In this case, she had several children during her teenage years, and instead of taking on her role as a mother, she decided to dump the responsibility on her own mother, essentially saying, Mom, you take care of my mess. Many women see the request for a DNA test as irrational because they fear it will expose uncomfortable truths, that they cheated, were careless, or don't even know who the father of their children is. That's why, when a man asks for a DNA test, they resort to playing the victim. They use threats, try to shame him, or even talk about leaving the relationship because they fear being seen as irresponsible. But let's continue with this story, as it still holds more surprises.